mechanics, do you know when, do you have a date, time or date Taylor will be coming yet?
We don't have a time or a date, but what we do have at the moment is some great conversations happening. Taylor's been able to catch up with a number of our playing group and sit down and have really important conversations and look to repair relationships and connect back with the group. And so that's pleasing to see that those guys are having those conversations, and we're looking to move forward. He waited for the whole morning to drive that Bobcat. Right there. He's going to dig right there.
We'll push on and see him.
Those conversations that Taylor is having with players, is that sort of him taking it upon himself to speak to them individually, and they set up things and they do things and he talks to what they have done?
Well, it's a combination. I mean, Taylor's doing a lot of work on catching up with his teammates, catching up with people from the football club, and working through, opening up, listening, learning. And so, we're helping where we can in that space, trying to help and offer support to everyone involved. As we've said right the way through, it's a very complex situation, and it's one we're doing everything we can to get right. Sorry. Yeah, there is. Yeah, like speaking to individuals and talking through. It's a really important part of where it's at the moment. And I think what you see is a lot of, hopefully a lot of positive comes out of this, and we can work together to make a difference going forward. It's a really, it's positive to see our players that are they've gone through a really tough time, including Taylor, coming away from these conversations and feeling better about where to from here.
I'm sure he'd like to be there on Sunday for most of his played a lot of football with farewells. Do you know what plans are for Sunday?
Again, nothing's locked in at this point, and the conversations continue over time. It's one that won't be rushed through. It's something that Taylor, I know, would love to be there with his teammates, and I know a lot of his teammates would love him to be there also. But at this point in time, it's about doing the right thing by everyone at the football club and making sure that the time is right for him to come back into the group. That's the direction where we're looking to go. We'd love for Taylor to come back and connect with his group, and we just want to make sure the time is right for that.
I mean, as we sort of head into the silly season, I suppose, the player movement in the season, obviously knowing for 11 years contract, do you have a point in the next near future that you can say definitively Tex will be here playing football next year?
Yeah, I would hope so. I won't. There's no date I can put on that. This is as I keep saying, it's time. It may be sooner rather than later that we're able to work through this and get together as a group and then look at, okay, where to from here? How can we make a difference? How can we make a change in this space? And use what was a terrible situation that we're in at the moment, and use the opportunity to make a difference. So I don't know when that will be. I don't know the date of that. I hope that's sooner rather than later. I'm sure it will be, because the conversations at the moment are going really well.
Are you more confident now that that can happen though, and you can all move forward as a group now that you've had a bit of clarity and those conversations?
Yeah, I'm optimistic. I'm really optimistic about sitting down with everyone involved and talking through emotions, talking through feelings. I'm really optimistic that we'll make a difference moving forward. Yeah.
Speaking to emotions, it'll be an emotional game for a couple of
Yeah.
and moving on. How do you manage that this week, and how important to finish the season on a high?
Yeah, well, we've got two of the guys in Lynchy and DMAC will be playing in the game, so that in itself is I know that their teammates, a lot of the younger players, that have seen what they've been able to do over their careers, are really keen to perform for them. Go out on a really positive note. There are some logistics involved in how we celebrate, with Tails, and celebrate what he's done for this football club, because he's actually not part of the bubble, unfortunately, and so that'll be a challenge. But I know that he'll do whatever he can to get out in front of the crowd and thank them for the years of support that they've given, the members and supporters. So that'll be great to see him out there with his family, and post game I'm sure we'll try and do something for the two guys that have played in the game. It'd be great, if our group can put a performance out there to be proud of, and we can walk off the ground heads held high. But it'll be an emotional game. I'm sure the guys are looking forward to it.
You can't sneak Tails in as a staff member or he agreed on that 2-day quarantine.
Well, that's what's involved with a lot of it, is the 2-day quarantine period with people with young families, and things that they will need to get done within the next 48 hours, and sometimes 3 days, unfortunately. But there are challenges that come with that. We'll make sure the day runs really well for those guys, and that we show the support that we should, and show the appreciation for what they've done for the footy club.
There are other players, staff, coaches. We saw yesterday, Riley, for example, was getting a pat on the back and hug from his back line group, which
Yeah.
we're a bit into it. They're players, staff, coaches that already know this might be their last involvement in the club as well.
There are some staff members that have made decisions, or I guess had opportunities elsewhere. I don't want to speak for them. I'm sure that there'll be a chance for them to get up in front of the group and in front of the supporters and let them know, how much they've enjoyed their time at the footy club. And so with that there's more emotion in around the rooms. I think it's you'd find it to be similar at a lot of footy clubs at this time of the year. There's a lot of conversations around where to from here, and people are looking at the future. And at the moment we're challenged in the space as far as footy departments go. It's been a really challenging 2-year period where we've been cut substantially as far as the money that goes into football departments. That's put a lot of pressure on those departments, as far as we're still working the same hours, if not more now, with less staff. So it's been challenging, and I understand when other opportunities arise that why some will make that choice to take a different option going forward. But we've got some incredible people at this footy club. I've said it to you guys over and over, and we'll continue to look to add to that. And that comes through over the next 2 or 3 months. I think every footy club starts to look at how do we get better, how do we improve both on and off the field. Well, it'd be inappropriate of me to talk about an individual. Again, what I can say is we're doing everything we possibly can to get better. And so, as every club would be doing at this point in time, it's looking into that, discussing, sitting down as a strategy and saying how can we improve? How can we improve on field? We start the trade period, we start the draft. How can we improve off field? We start conversations. We start to talk about adding to our group that we feel is already strong.
Is it time yet for the soft capital cuts, given that it's probably not been a tougher 2 years for the industry for a fair amount of time, and you had to deal with fewer resources than clubs have in the past?
I think the challenge that comes with it will show itself over the years. And we're already seeing some of that now, where, as I said before, there are staff members that are making decisions to move on to different fields and challenge themselves in different ways. It's hard as a head coach of a footy club. You want to keep the best possible people you can around the football club. It is harder to manage that at this point in time, but that's part of the job, is to get the best people you possibly can in and fit that all in under a soft cap that's been substantially cut. But every club's in the same position, and we're working as hard as we possibly can. We've got people at the moment that are working incredible hours, that are working and doing an amazing job across a number of different areas. That's the challenge for us, is finding those people, and those people that can fill multiple roles.
On field, there's been a bit of criticism about the decision to let Lynch and Charlie go, given 30 and Lynch in particular
No. We completely understand. The losing experience from a football club is always challenging. What it does, though, it creates an opportunity, and that's what we're really excited about. Is who is going to step up and become an important leader of the football club. And we've got an incredible group of players at the moment. It's a young group, it's a young squad, but we've already seen over the last month, a number of players step up on a game day and take their leadership to another level. Darcy Fogarty's found another level of leadership on field, let alone what he's doing off the field. So I think it's important to note, when you've got a group of players like we do, we're going to see these guys step up really quickly into leadership roles at the footy club.
You're able to shed any light on you named the squad yesterday. A couple of blokes are out injured, and they go through and come back. Brody is the debutant.
Yes.
So there'll be any other?
There'll probably be one other change at this point. But Brody will come back in. Lockie Glenn will debut, and then the third one I'll just keep for now. But we're really confident where the group's at, that we're bringing in a player who's in some pretty good form. We're obviously bringing Brodie Smith. When you talk about on-field leadership, he's going to add to the group. And then, when we talk about Lockie debuting, you say, well, we're not going to debut players unless they deserve the opportunity. This is a player we spoke about, came into my office and put his magnet up on the board for the week prior. May have had a chat to me about it post-game, the impact he may have had. I love the fact that players are driving themselves and putting themselves in front of everyone, saying I'm ready to go, and he is. He's ready to play AFL footy. He'll get a really brief look at it this season, and hopefully that leads him well into next year.
If you might clip that little dance that Lever and Lever took last week and say, I've done something about that.
Yeah, Magnet was up there. You needed me. No, we'll let him play this weekend. There'll be a number of things we look at throughout the game, depending on how the game plays out. But he's a player that's exciting to watch. He'll go hard at the footy. He won't die wondering. So I know our members, our supporters who get there to the game, they'll really enjoy watching him play. Yeah, he's put himself his first ruck this week, and he'll play where he's told he's going to play. We'll let Lairdy keep that midfield spot just for this week.
I mean, it feels like there's going to be certainly room to bring in a few guys in this off-season. How much change do you think is realistic in what's
Yeah, it's important to understand it doesn't just happen. You don't just acquire players from other clubs because you want them. There's a fair bit that goes through. You've got to put a case up in front of them that shows them that we're on the right track and this is a destination club. We'd love you to come and join us. That's our challenge at the moment is actually getting these players and being able to show them exactly what it is we're building. Some of that comes with the way we perform on field, and I hope that they've been able to look over the last few weeks or the season really as a whole and looked at the DNA we're putting out there, the style of footy we're looking to play, and that gives them confidence that we are heading in the right direction. The other part of it all is who's available and what players are looking for different opportunities. It's always the challenge throughout this acquisition or trade period. But we are, as every club is, we're active in this space and we're always looking to improve.
You've been a clear focus. It seems like to bring in South Australians in the last few years. Would that be a similar focus, or do you want to be a club that players from all over the country?
No, we would like to be a club that gets the best possible players to the football club that help us win games of football. Ultimately, we're here to win a premiership. So it doesn't matter what state you come from, but it's, if you're talking about attracting people back to, well, not back to, but attracting people to South Australia and to the Adelaide Football Club, well, it does help when someone is from South Australia and they understand how beautiful the state is and what Adelaide offers. So sometimes that is that a South Australian who's gone into state either misses home or has a better understanding of what it is they're actually coming back to.
Do you read anything into a certain Jack Nicosh is buying a $1.4 million place in Brain? I'm not sure if you know about this, but you might like to know about it.
Did my eyes look like I didn't know about it? No, it's a nice place. It's a really nice place. No, I know enough about it. Again, we don't talk about individuals. It's something that you don't want to discuss. It's not appropriate.
All good? Yeah, I think so. Yeah.